Burning questions permeating the world of professional wrestling and here in the USWA. Let's see if we can get Brian Christopher out here. I know we want to talk to him about this situation that he and Billy Joe Travis have going on. This seems to be a road that's going into nowhere. And plus, of course, there's a question regarding BC and Jerry the King Lawler. But let's talk about the situation with Billy Joe Travis and what happened at the Lady Luck Casino, Brian.
What's going on, Michael?
I think you know.
I know what's going on. A lot of people have been asking me what's going on. What's going on in my life? What's been going on with my attitude? You know, they've seen me on the WWF, said I have a change of attitude. Well, I'll tell you what, I've had the same attitude all along. It's just the people that I don't get along with has changed. Now, I got a lot of people that I don't get along with here lately, right?
You seem to be a marked man.
One of them is Scott Putski, okay? One of them is Luther Biggs. Another one is Doomsday. Then I got everybody from the ECW. But number one on the list, number one on my hit list is Billy Joe Travis. Now, you asked me what happened here last week where the Shelby County Police Department came and arrested Billy Joe Travis. Well, believe me, if there's anybody that doesn't believe that that was all real, it was all real, just like it was all real when he stepped out there and he threw a garbage can on the hood of my Blazer. My 1993 Blazer, I've had it for a couple of years now. I just had a new paint job last year, and what does he do? He damages my hood.
It's called vandalism.
That's right, that's called vandalism, and I called the police department because they said I needed to report that. So I reported it, okay? Don't blame me, Billy Joe Travis. I reported what you did, and what they tell me, they said they've been looking for him. He has a warrant out for his arrest. I said, well, I'll tell you what. You watch TV next week, he'll be right down here at the TV station. Come and pick him up if you want to.
Wait a minute. Here comes Luther Biggs. Here we go. Hold on a second, Brian.
Lies, 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 Brian. You are a liar. Why don't you just stand up, be a man, and admit that you are jealous of Billy Joe because he is the champion, because he's a music star, because these people out here look up to him. Why don't you just admit it, Brian, instead of lying about it? You were angry, so you called the police. You set Billy Joe up to make him look bad. You had these bozos back there with cameras to film him get arrested. And I'm sick and tired of your lies, Brian. Just admit the truth. You're jealous of Billy Joe. Admit it for once.
You want to hear the truth? You want to hear the truth? Let's talk about his daughter that he hadn't paid no child support on in months. What about the alimony payments they were telling me about that he hadn't been making, huh? How about that?
How about his daughter has
What about
to watch
the rehab he's gone through? Why don't we tell the people about that? Huh? Don't blame me for how he screwed up his life. But believe me, I'm going to screw it up as much as I can.
Hey.
And I'm going to screw up your life even more than that if you keep messing with me, Luther Biggs.
Oh, okay. So now it's changed from Billy Joe to me. Now you're going to mess with me. You're a big tough guy.
It don't matter.
A big superstar, huh? Going to take on anybody, beat up anybody. Well, I'll tell you what. I got a guy out here. I know you got a match coming up, Brian. Probably against just some jabroni, some loser like you always wrestle. I got a guy out here that's willing to take you on right now, and his name is Doomsday. Why don't you come on out here? Now, you're man enough to step in the ring with that, Brian? You gonna shut your mouth, quit lying long enough to get in the ring and wrestle him?
I'll tell you what, Luther Biggs. I'll step in the ring. You bring your man in the ring. There's nothing but air between us. I don't care. Whoever, whenever. Let's get it on right now, brother.
I think you got your answer.
He just asked for a fight, and he's gonna get a fight.
All right, here we go. This was not scheduled. It's Doomsday and Brian Christopher. Referee Bill Rush in the ring because the match had already been scheduled with Brian Christopher involved, and now he's up against Luther Biggs' big giant Doomsday, and Brian Christopher making good stead for himself. A couple of drop kicks, has Doomsday reeling, caught him with the big clothesline, and he's out of the ring. Brian Christopher hitting the ring with a vengeance. I tell you, when you light the fire in this man's gut, you're asking for trouble. And Luther Biggs just threw lighter fluid all over it with Big Doomsday in the ring. Biggs pacing around ringside. Brian Christopher up against Doomsday. This unscheduled match right here on Championship Wrestling. Christopher being waylaid by two big chops of that arm, and Doomsday with that big size 14 right into the midsection. Brian Christopher caught in the corner. Across he goes, leapfrogged out of it. Christopher kicking at the knees of Doomsday. Obviously, Brian Christopher has scouted this man and knows some weaknesses. He threw him into the turnbuckle, but not to much avail. Brings him out, snap mare. That took every ounce of energy in Christopher. Brian climbing to the second strand of rope. Gonna come off, double axe handle across the top of the head. And Brian Christopher may have been more injured out of that maneuver than Doomsday, and Doomsday comes right back, slams that big hammock into him. Across the way, Christopher, he caught him that time. Brian Christopher caught power slam, and Doomsday putting too sexy Brian Christopher on the canvas. And now Luther Biggs beginning to jaw with the crowd here at ringside here on Championship Wrestling because his man has things going his way. Christopher sitting to the ropes, caught with the clothesline coming off. Drops the leg, Christopher out of the way. And too sexy Brian Christopher trying to catch his wind. Comes right back on Doomsday with a couple of quick 3-4 kicks to the midsection, off the ropes. Caught that, comes, there's the swinging kick. A swinging super kick by Brian Christopher that staggers the big man. This Doomsday has to stand about 6'8", 6'9". Towers over Brian Christopher, but when it comes to fight in the belly, Brian Christopher has 100%. There's the super kick that he's noted for. And Doomsday goes down in a heap. Brian climbing. Wow, look at this. It's Billy Joe Travis. He's got power. It sends powder into the eye of Brian Christopher. Billy Joe Travis, I'd been told, was not here today. He was arrested last week here on television, and he is back now, going right after Brian Christopher, the man who readily admits when he turned in a police report for the vandalism on his truck. Billy Joe Travis was a wanted man, and they came and got him, and now both he and Doomsday are laying it into Brian Christopher, and more trouble on the scene. Spellbinder is out. Brian Christopher inviting Spellbinder out, and Spellbinder is in the ring. They're setting up Brian Christopher. Spellbinder wanting him to kiss his shoe, kiss his boot. He's taking that boot off. Oh, whoa! Holy cow, Spellbinder is going wild on Doomsday and Billy Joe Travis. What a turn of events. Luther Biggs is in shock. Billy Travis is in shock. Doomsday is in shock, and I am in shock as Spellbinder. What an unholy alliance. Spellbinder has come to the aid of Brian Christopher. I gotta find out what this is all about. This is highly uncalled for, or highly unlikely. Come here. I'm sorry. I've got to find out what has brought this about. Hold on a second. Let me get up there. I normally don't get into the ring, and I got to tell you, I am shocked by the turn of events here. What is going on?
You want to know what's going on? Come here, Bruce. Come here, Chris.
Brian Christopher being called out here by Spellbinder. Brian, you've got to be in shock. I cannot believe what I just saw.
Listen, you haven't seen me in a while, and I've been getting my head together now. I'm going to be totally honest. I don't like this man. I don't like him. We were friends at one time, but look what he did to me. That's something I'm never going to forget, Chris. But I'll tell you what, one thing I do have for you is definite respect. You fought me hard, just as hard as I fought you. And I'll be danged if I'm going to see an idiot like Luther Biggs come in here and bring two bigger idiots to pounce on you just like that.
Whoa.
So So I'm going to leave it like this, Chris. I'm going to leave it like this. Again, I'm going to be honest. I hate you. Every time I wake up in the morning, I got to look at this scar. But if you need any help against these two idiots, here's my hand shaking. You got it.
Look at this, fans. Brian, he's offering you his hand. You saw what you, well, you were there. You saw what happened in the ring. Look at this, Spellbinder and Brian Christopher. I never thought I would see the day that that would happen. That just what happened here on TV. I'm at a loss for words, which doesn't happen very often. Spellbinder coming to the aid of Brian Christopher. Go ahead, give him a hand. Gee whiz. What a sudden turn of events. Oh, my goodness. Let's take a break. We'll be back.
Stay with us, fans. More USWA action coming up. Mabel taking on Flash Flanagan. Don't leave us now.